Yep. You already know what it is. You already know what to do. One time for the fan. Oh, it feels good, Falcons fans. It feels good.
Yes.
What a way to end the season, Falcon fans. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. We're going to talk some Falcons football, and we're going to talk about the Falcons right now. Let's start this show. Dirty Birds.
Rise up.
Rise up. One time for the fan. You already know we back.
Yes, sir.
What we got to talk about tonight, man? Oh, the Atlanta Falcons, of course. Lot to go over tonight. Lot to talk about tonight. One time for the fan is here every Wednesday, every Sunday to talk Falcons football with you all. What a great Sunday, if I may say. 24 hours before kickoff for the Dogs.
Yes, sir.
And the Atlanta Falcons come away with a win. So Falcon fans are geared up. Majority of the Falcon fans who are Dog fans are geared up. You end the season with a win. Smiles on the faces between me and Chase. Voices starting to try to come back. A lot of yelling today. Lots of yelling today. But before we get to that, we got to talk to the homie, man. Chase, what's good, man? How you doing, sir? How's your weekend been? How's your week been since we last talked on Wednesday? And how's your Falcons Sunday doing?
Doing good, bro. Got to watch the Falcons finally beat, Buccaneers. It's been a while since we've done it. They've been needing an ass whooping for a while, so we finally handed it to them.
Finally handed the Buccaneers an ass whooping that you deserve to give them. Tom Brady is one that you deserve to give an ass whooping to. And here's the thing. We're going to talk about later on in the show. We're on the fly tonight, Chase. You see, there was no itinerary in the chat. We're on the fly tonight because it's the end of the season. We're chilling. We're cooling, as they say, Falcons fans. We're cooling. Desmond Ridder just beat Tom Brady. I don't give a damn if it was 2 quarters, 1 quarter, half a quarter, 3 quarters.
Yes, sir.
It could be a down. It could be the 5th quarter. It could be 2 plays. I don't give a damn. That man snapped the ball.
Mm-hmm. He started the game.
Falcon fans, 30-17, Atlanta Falcons come away with the victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You're sitting there looking at it like, well, why did the Falcons win? Why? They won for you.
And not them jokers under 500.
Understand this, Falcon fans. You guys, not everybody, a lot of Falcon fans preached tanking earlier in the season. A lot of Falcons fans preached tanking when Ridder took the spot in New Orleans. And I told you for these next 4 games, regardless of the playoff situation, the Falcons are going to fight to make the playoffs. Not make the playoffs. Well, at that point, back in New Orleans, yes, fight to make the playoffs. And then when they were eliminated, the last 2 games, they're going to play the game to win. I kept telling y'all that. Why did y'all think they were going to tank? And that's why I posted last night, Chase. I said, please don't let the Falcons come out here tomorrow looking like the Raiders from last night.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Shout out to everybody who commented on the post and said, oh, the Raiders tanking. We know that. And I saw a lot of swim moves last night from DBs and linebackers, and I'm looking at the game like, this ain't no football game. This is when I play Bootman and Madden. Falcon fans, they wanted to come out to win tonight for you. There's no other way to look at it. It's not about the draft. It's not about free agency. It's about winning for you.
Yeah.
It's about winning for the culture here in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Chase, how many home wins did we get this season? Do you know?
Out of all your wins were home except one, I believe. You had one road game win.
Yeah, the Seattle win
Seattle.
on the road. You lost Cincinnati. You lost in Tampa. You lost in New Orleans. You lost in Carolina. You lost in Washington. It was for you.
All your games. Right.
Falcon fans, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. We're going to talk Falcons football tonight. It's the end of the season. Y'all probably sitting there like, why Jack so calm? Why ain't so lit? I'm lit. I'm trying to make sure my voice. A lot of yelling, a lot of yelling and screaming today. Shout out to the Atlanta Falcons for that big win, for making me scream as loud as I need to. Because tomorrow night I got to do it again for the Dogs.
Yes, sir.
7-10 record on the season, Atlanta Falcons fans. I know it's not what you expected, but look at the Bucs. They're 8-9 going to the playoffs. They're gonna get their ass kicked.
First round exit.
They're gonna get their ass kicked. All right. Let's look at it like this, though. A lot to go over tonight. We're on the fly tonight, so there's gonna be topics just bouncing all over the wall. Y'all ready to get to it? Chase, you ready?
Let's do it.
18 for 30, 224 yards, 2 TDs, 108 passer rating. Desmond Ridder. Let's get to it.
Beast.
Shit. I bat Mariota when Mariota was the QB1 because I'm a diehard Falcons fan, like most of you, because you're gonna rock with the team. You could have had it could have been Jack Spade at quarterback. I better see Jack Spade jerseys in the damn 200 section.
No doubt.
Desmond Ridder's your guy. Let's stop it. Let's stop. Yeah. Let's stop it right now.
I got just a simple fact to me that makes you realize that Ridder's your quarterback. You don't take you know what I'm saying? If he wasn't your quarterback, you wouldn't have never benched him in the fourth quarter. You would let him continue playing out. They don't want this guy injured. This is your franchise quarterback. He's improved every game. Passer rating in each game's increased magnificently since week 1 that he played. The man's a baller. He likes to win. He does it good.
Chase, speak on that. Desmond Ridder in the fourth quarter. What was the situation there with the coming out the game or staying in the game? What did you see?
I just seen a franchise that's seen enough out of Desmond Ridder. They seen what Ridder can do. Ridder did what they needed him to do. So they went ahead and told him to take a seat on the bench and let's close out this W. So that's what it seemed like to me. 19 for 30.
It shows me that Falcon fans, and you've seen the feet. You've seen the footwork.
His pocket awareness is crazy to be a rookie.
Better every game. That's what it is.
It's all about being
the first sack should have been called a hands to the face.
Yeah.
Wasn't called. They showed it on the camera. Falcon fans went crazy near. Bucs fans, eyes closed, ears folded.
Yeah.
It happens in football. I understand. I've been in those situations too when fans will look at me and be like, that's a holding call. I'm like, I ain't seen nothing. What are you talking about? Desmond Ridder, Falcons fans. Falcons fans in the chat. Falcons fans watching right now. Falcons fans that want to comment but haven't commented. Subscribe, like, hit that share button. Is Desmond Ridder your quarterback going forward next season? He had 4 games. He lost in New Orleans. The second
About the skin of his teeth.
He lost what was that, the Washington game?
No, the Washington game. Baltimore Ravens. And
the Ravens game.
Ref stole that game.
2-2 for Desmond Ridder. 2 home wins for Desmond Ridder. 2 home wins in 2023 for
Speaking of the home wins, this is, the most home wins that we've ever had in the Mercedes-Benz since we've moved to the Benz.
So I understand you had 2 games back-to-back when the Benz opened. So you played into the fact of how ESPN will put the facts out there. Falcons 1-2-0, first time team ever. I understand. when the fall starts is when you're really going to get back to having a positive record in the regular season. Desmond Ridder is 2-2. The Falcons in 2023 to start the year is 2-0. Doesn't get you to the playoffs. But next year, I have a feeling the schedule is not out, but the teams are set. You're going to the playoffs next year.
No doubt.
You're going to the playoffs next year, Falcons fans. I'm saying it now. The teams are set. You can beat these teams on paper. Most of these teams haven't been good in years. And if they just think they're just gonna all of a sudden just 1 year flip it around and just turn around and be the great, I ain't gonna lie. Detroit gonna be a little tight. Minnesota gonna be a little tight. Green Bay gonna be a little tight, but Chicago gonna be a walkthrough. Colts gonna be a walkthrough. Jazz gonna be a little tight. Tennessee gonna be a walkthrough. Houston gonna be a walkthrough. You winning on the road against these teams that don't even mean shit. And then you got to go to your division. I understand the division. I'm just saying right now on paper, look, I don't want to be that guy, but looking at the schedules being set, you're going back to Arizona too. It's a walkthrough. Falcon fans, man, we lit. Is Desmond Ridder your quarterback? That is the question. Chase, you saw enough. 4 games. We're going to the offseason now. Falcon fans in the chat, hit that like button. Run the likes up, please. It's just a tap. Takes less than a second. Hit that comment. Tell us your thoughts. Tell us your views about what you think about the Atlanta Falcons. Hit that share button. Tag a Falcons friend. Tag a Falcons friend, family member, whoever's at the game, whoever travels to away games with you. Say, look, there's a podcast here. These folk talking about the Falcons. Tune in. Shout out to Mama Malone.
24/7.
Shout out to Pooh Jack, Mama Malone. Shout out to the Algier family, Tyler Algier's family. Shout out to them too as well. Couldn't get names, but shout out to them too as well. Hopefully they're tuning in tonight. We're going to talk about Tyler Algier once again because he did the damn thing. It's what you want. It's what you want going forward, Falcons fan. Chase, let's talk. Shout out to Donald Hunter. Let's talk Falcons, man, when it comes to Desmond Ridder, man. 2 games he lost. 2 games he won. He showed you a lot from the first game to the 4th game of Desmond Ridder's progression. What do you think about Ridder right now? We're getting ready for the offseason. Tomorrow morning is the offseason. Well, technically 4:30 was the offseason for the Falcons.
Right.
What is your thoughts on this Desmond Ridder? Are you drafting a quarterback? Are you bringing in a quarterback to compete? Or is this the moment that we can say on this podcast, this is Desmond Ridder's team going forward?
I'll just start the whole comment off by saying today's game that I watched, bro, that's been the best football game I watched the Atlanta Falcons play in years, if I'm being honest. It just seemed like a whole team today. The defense clicked, the offense clicked together. It's Ridder's connection with Drake and just even Anthony Pruitt at the time. Like it's nice. I mean, you think about Pitts and that connection. Some of the yards them boys will rack up together. Some of the yards that him and Drake's already racked up together. I mean, I think over the course of 4 games, Drake London's put up almost 300 to 400 yards under Desmond Ridder. So that alone tells me, with Ridder, you're going to see more passing. You already got the running game, which sets up the pass. I think Ridder's that guy. I don't think you draft a quarterback. I think you may bring in a free agent veteran quarterback to sit behind Ridder, kind of coach him up. But I don't see a quarterback first round. I said earlier on the show, free agency will tell a lot about what we do in the draft. So I just don't think it's quarterback.
Jeremiah Weems, Pamela Johnson, Willie P. Kedrick, what's up? Rise up. You already know we're talking Falcons football. You bring in a free agent. If I'm going for one, I'm going for Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah. He fits the same scheme
I'm
as
going
Ridder
for
does,
Jacoby Brissett as your free agent backup quarterback. Damn it. Damn, Chase. I wasn't supposed to give away the offseason stuff right now. Damn. Now they're going to be like, what the hell, Jack Spade? No. What's going on over here? Let me tell you something. I'm looking at the roster. I'm looking at going forward. If you don't draft a quarterback, you're going to bring in a veteran. There's not too many good ones left.
If you see the Falcons sign that veteran in free agency, you can take quarterback off your mock draft.
Once you see during the week of the offseason before the draft, the Falcons have signed Teddy Bridgewater, Jacoby Brissett, something like that, guess what? You can take a quarterback off your list.
Yeah, it ain't happening. If I was you right now, I'd take it off your mock. I just don't see it happening. Your rookie quarterback just came out and beat a team that you haven't beaten, 3 years?
Your rookie quarterback just came and beat a team with a player that you haven't beaten since he's played in the NFL.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's 2 snaps, 3 snaps, 4 snaps. How many touchdowns did Tom Brady have today?
1.
He went 13 for 17, 84 yards, and 1 TD. He played.
I honestly don't think Tom Brady doesn't come out if Troy Anderson didn't lay the lick to him like he did. After the Troy hit,
say it again, Chase, with people in the back. Say it again, please.
After the Troy hit, that man was hurting. He had to come out again.
After the Troy Anderson hit, the Bucs realized, hey, we got a playoff game next week, and these Falcons don't. They finna take us out.
Yep. They were coming. Troy was coming all game.
Not to mention, there was rumors of Giselle parking in the yellow day. Tom Brady caught a loss in Atlanta today, and when he'll look up and say, holy smokes, that Desmond Ridder guy's pretty good.
Letter for Tom today.
These are players. Look at their thoughts. Look how they think. They're looking up on the Jumbotron every minute. They're looking at the plays. You think they're over there like, hey, dog, we don't care about this game, dog. We don't care.
These people, a lot of fans don't realize I'd say over 60% of our defense are people playing for a spot next year. So just to have the tank mentality, those players, they ain't going to do it.
A friend of mine turned to me and said, who out there on the field do we need to be watching? And I said, well, let me tell you something. This is the joy of football. This is the good feeling about the last week of the season, even though your team might not make the playoffs. I turned and I said, look at number 17. See Zacchaeus? He playing for a contract.
Yep.
See Parker Hesse? He's playing for a contract. See Keith Smith right there, number 40. He's playing for a contract too. I said, you see some of those people on the old line over there outside of Jake and Lindstrom. Even McGarry's playing for a contract too. This is the joy. And you see a win like this, and you're like, now what do we do? Every Falcon fan's like this. It's going to be a long 6 months.
Yeah.
But the Falcons keep you entertained for next season, you can't complain.
No,
the Falcons go out there after the Super Bowl and sign a free agent like DeJuan Payne.
I was just watching some.
I was just watching. What's the guy's name? And got at Yamek and Nakaway. What's his name?
He's got a weird name, man.
The dude with the crazy name, man.
Yeah.
The dude was a sack. It was a crazy man. What?
Yeah, I was watching DeJuan Payne a while ago. That boy's still a beast.
I want to go over in the next couple of weeks. What 3 players on offense do you want to bring in? What 3 players on defense do you want to bring in?
Mm-hmm. I got names for you now.
A friend told me today, and I'm going to get him on the show, man. Friend told me today, if you go stack up that defense with a bunch of rookies, bringing them free agents with the veterans, oh, man.
I'm telling you, dude.
Crazy.
You get that. You get somebody like DeJuan Payne to sign Grady Jarrett, bro.
Bro, let me tell you something. After seeing the Christian McCaffrey move to San Francisco after Carolina played San Fran, I can see they're sitting there. I can see Terry and I'm sitting there like, but DeJuan Payne's a free agent.
Yeah.
How much money does he want? You cannot not look at this guy.
You got to.
You got the money. You got whatever it takes to bring him in. You mean to tell me you wouldn't pick up the phone and call Washington for DeJuan Payne?
Yeah, some of the reporters that on the game that I was watching, they were even talking about the Washington probably won't have the salary cap to pay Payne next year, so he's definitely probably hitting the market. How's that, Thomas?
Thomas Scott, we lit. Carrie, she said, "What's up, guys? We got the W and we finally beat Brady." You see the joy of fans saying that we finally beat Brady? This is years of going to TB12.
They deserved it.
Yep. Undefeated in 2023, and the offseason and next season is looking bright. Carrie, thank you for your comment. You are a diehard Atlanta Falcon fan.
Shout out.
And we really want to say shout out to you. 2-0 for 2023, Pamela. Let's go.
Rise up.
Chase is forever dripping on him. Ain't that the work outfit?
If I could wear it to work, cause
They
I'd
let you wear your jersey to
24/7.
work today?
I wish I'd wear that bitch to work.
One
Appreciate
time
you,
for the
Lewis.
fan. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. You know we're running it up. Falcon fans love the podcast because all we do is just talk positive about the Falcons. And we keep it real. We go to the home games. We go to the away games. We ain't no couch potatoes.
Facts.
But shout out to the couch potatoes.
Yeah, keep repping.
Shout out. Pamela Johnson, tanking is not in my vocabulary.
Big facts.
Joey just subscribed to the channel.
Oh, shout out, Joey. Shout out, Joey.
I had to create
Appreciate
something
you.
for 2023. I was like, well, I can get a soundboard that costs about $500, or I can just make the damn sound. Save me $500. One time for the fan. Yeah, I know I've been sipping today too. Falcons won. What the hell you think? Lyric's mom is here. She said, hey, fellas. Lyric, what you think about Desmond Ritter? You throw your draws at Desmond Ritter?
She done chunked the whole drawer.
She going in the drawer like this. I ain't got no draws with today. I done threw all my draws at the TV. Pamela Johnson, you know, she's talking Falcons football. She said, healthy Kyle Pitts and build the trench in free agent and draft and number 2 receiver. Pamela Johnson with the facts.
Yes, no doubt.
Pamela Johnson, you've been listening to the podcast a couple weeks now.
You got to get that number 2. That's very true. You got to go get that number 2 receiver.
Got to go get that number 2. Chase, you know this guy?
Rise up, Preston.
Jermaine, Living Live Davis.
Rise up.
Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up. Pamela Johnson said that happens to the Falcons all the time. Referee has blinder when it comes to the Falcons. Yeah, that illegal hit to the helmet.
The Drake PI.
And the funny thing about it is the Drake PI too, but everybody looks at the Jumbotron, they're like, oh, and the referee's just in there.
Yeah, chewing on his bubble gum.
Like, bruh.
We get cheated bad, bro.
Hey, you, R130. Yeah, R130. You, and R129. What the hell, guys? What the hell? And they can sit over there.
It's bad.
It's football. What? Goodell? One time for the fan, we love to see the Falcons win, and we're glad to talk about the Falcons winning. Back-to-back wins, Chase. We're on a win streak.
Back-to-back. With your rookie. With all 3 of your rookies. Throw that out there. All 3 of your rookies.
And I'm going to get to all 3 of the rookies, too, because some people had some comments about the picture that was posted today with the Falcons.
Yeah, I read those.
There is a reason why the picture was posted. Not saying I'm a psychic. Not saying I'm Mr. Cleo. But I'm telling you that the picture was posted for a reason. Why not post a team photo? Damn it, I keep jumping from top. I tell you we're going to be off the wall today.
Because that's your future.
Why not post a team photo and say, thank you, Atlanta Falcons, ended the season? Why post Ritter, Algier, and London as the last team photo?
Because they back.
Why?
They ain't going nowhere.
It's your franchise.
That's your starters.
It's your franchise. The same way y'all reading it. Let's vision with me, Falcon fans. Remember when the jerseys came out and you didn't see Julio?
Yep.
What was your first thought?
Very true.
Then the words and everything started coming out. Go back to the preseason now. Remember the highlight videos with Drake and the preseason videos with Ritter and Drake and Ritter in the room, and they got the football with the pyrotechnics. You think that's just for show?
That's your boys.
You think that's for show? You think that's to gas you up? Why you think they posted a picture today? Man, that's your future, man. Drake London is your future, Chase, at wide receiver right now.
No doubt.
Is Tyler Algier your future at running back? So what the hell, Desmond? Why post him on a picture then? Oh, because he's the quarterback? Oh, I get it. So if that would have been Mariota, that would have been Mariota on the picture too then.
Nah.
Man, the picture is for a reason, Falcons fans. They want you to get in tune. They got you up this morning. You saw the picture and said, go Birds, rise up. You went out there in the field, you said, holy shit, Drake broke 100 yards. Tyler Algier went for 1,000, and Desmond Ridder went crazy.
Yes.
Listen to me, Falcons fans. I'm trying to teach y'all something. What that boy Stale Cracker say? The dude from New Louisiana, the cook, the chef dude. I'm trying to, man, I'm gonna teach you to learn something. I'm gonna learn you something today. I'm gonna learn you something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna learn you something today. Falcon fans, I'm gonna learn you something today. I saw that picture today, and the first thing I did is post it. I said, "This is your future quarterback, wide receiver, and running back." And then somebody said, "Where's Kyle Pitts?" I said, "He on the bike. He on the bike in the picture somewhere." It's the rookies.
Yeah.
It's the rookies playing football in the park in Atlanta. Get into the picture, Falcons fans. The artist drew the picture to post it on today, the last game of the season, for a reason, man. And shout out to the artist because that looked like damn Drake London for real.
Yeah.
I was sitting over there looking like, it's a pretty good artist.
I just want the fan base to get behind Ridder like we all used to be behind Vic, and partially, mostly of the fan base was behind Ryan. It's good not only because it's your team, but it's good for the player as well. They see what you post on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
But you're not 100% behind Ridder for some of the Falcons fans because you just did 14 years with Matt Ryan. You haven't been in this situation in 14 years. You've never been in this situation in 14 years. Never. You've never had a rookie quarterback come in the building whose name is just making waves across. You've never had to sit there and honestly cheer for your backup quarterback to come in during the season. Y'all wasn't cheering for Schwab to come in. Don't play that shit.
No.
It was Matt, and Matt. Ryan, that is, for all those years. And now you went to this Mariota after Ryan was gone. You went to the draft. You got a kid in the third round. He's getting paid less than $5 million, $6 million or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's your starting quarterback at the end of the season. Falcon fans are just like, they don't know what's going on because you've never been in this situation.
Right.
We've had this franchise quarterback for 10 plus years. I've never been in this situation in a long time. And then don't go back to the years before Matt Ryan. Jeez, God, dear, do not go back to the years before Matt Ryan, please. But let's go to the years with Matt Ryan. It was 10 plus years of you dealing with the same quarterback. You went to the draft and never had to worry about quarterback.
Yeah.
Now you got a kid who I believe in college football history is one of the all-time winning quarterbacks of all time. But I'm still drafted in the third round. Do you have the kid? Do you not have to play the kid? They played the kid. He's winning Falcon fans' hearts. You called on him in Carolina. You called on him after the backwards Falcon throw in Carolina. You called on him in Pittsburgh. Atlanta after the interception at the Pittsburgh game. Well, now you got Ridder. Look at Ridder's performance from the Saints game to the game today, beating the Bucs.
Steady on the rise.
The kid is your starting quarterback. What else do you want me to say? Do you want me to go and say, "Oh, Jack, we want you to come in here and start talking about CJ Stroud"? I don't need to.
No.
Jack, we need you to come in here and start talking about Bryce Young.
Hell no.
I don't need to. I go back and look at the podcast, look at the One Time for the Fan page. I've been saying this since the beginning of the season. Do you think the Falcons are finna draft a quarterback this year in the third round, play him at the last 4 games of the season after the bye, and then go draft another quarterback next year? That's a waste of a pick.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I can throw the ball 80 yards. I told y'all that. The Falcons can sign me. I could play backup. I'll be over there. Yeah. X236 single back. Yeah, I got you. He said X236 single back. He about to run it. What else you need? You need a running back. Tyler. Are you good to go? Come on, he needs you real quick. What else you need, Desmond? Shit.
Oh, damn. What was that?
Maintenance? Just something else on the table. Just something that was on the table. You know, I love doing my skits in the middle of the show. I have my hand on this I don't know what it is. I gotta put it back together though. Anybody got some
Bodie.
Bodie, you got your two kids. Falcon fan, we love talking Falcon football, but let's be real here. Ritter's your guy going forward. You're gonna bring in a backup quarterback in the free agency. If you draft a quarterback, he's gonna be a 5th or 6th rounder. He's gonna piss you fans off. And then we just keep moving. But Chase, before we get off the Ritter subject, you've seen the progression from New Orleans to now. He wants to throw the ball. He wants to get the ball out. He got a zip on it too. 19 for 30 today, 224. Mm-hmm. 224. Sounds like if you would have given him a couple more games, he might be on the path for a 300-yard game soon. Didn't you have 96 yards the first game, like 116 yards the second game, like 203 the third game, and now you got Ritter. It's your guy going forward. Final thoughts on Ritter, Chase. End of the season. We couldn't see him earlier. We see him now. Are you ready for Ritter next season?
No doubt. I'm more than ready for him for a whole year. I want to see what he can do. From week 1 all the way to week 17 now. I feel like you know what I'm saying, it's a bright future, not only just Ritter throughout, the rest of your offense. I feel like it's really starting to come together. I feel like the offensive scheme is finally there. The boys are about to get the rolling. I mean, Ritter, you've seen it every game. You mentioned it just by yards, what he's throwing each game. The amount of targets he's throwing a game. I believe he had like 30 targets today. So if that don't show you the confidence in Smith, following towards Ritter, that's definitely your quarterback.
Drake London, 8 targets, 6 receptions, 120 yards. Longest catch was 40. Chase, Desmond Ritter and Drake London. Wait a minute. Let's go back to the picture.
It carries you back to the old days.
Let's go back to the picture this morning. They post Ritter animation with London and Algier at the park. You get to the game, you got Ritter going 19 for 30, 224, 2 TDs, no picks. And trust me, the stadium was lit when Ritter scored on those 2 TDs.
Oh, yeah.
You got Tyler Algier, who was also on the picture this morning. 24 carries. 24 carries for a $135. No TD. Don't have to get a TD. You got 100 yards plus. Remember, before we went into this game, the goal was to get Tyler Algier over 100 so he can be a rookie running back, setting a record from the Falcons to now reach over 1,000 yards. And the man had 28? Bro, I got to go over this. I got to go over Tyler Algier, bro. I got to. See all. Where is it?
It's just crazy at the yards he racked up. The man didn't even start the season as your running back 1. He didn't even really get playing time until, I'd say, week 3.
Bruh.
So to hit that 1,000.
10 attempts for 30 yards week 2. 6 for 25 week 3. I ain't going to name the week. I'm going to keep going. 10 for 84. 13 for 45. 15 for 51. 16 for 50. 14 for 39. 10 for 99. 8 for 20. 8 for 55. 11 for 54. You're sitting there like, no way, hell, this guy's going to reach 1,000. 10 for 52, 17 for 139, 18 for 74, 20 for 83, and 24 for 135 for Tyler Algier. Breaks 1,000 yards. When was the last thought? Who was your last 1,000-yard running back, Falcons fans, in the chat? Who was your last 1,000-yard rusher here in Atlanta?
William
And
Andrew.
was he a rookie? Then you go to Drake London, Falcons fans. Oh, man. This is where your draft pick plays out.
Hey, Jack, I back on that comment you just made. I did go back and look up. Algier isn't the only rookie to ever hit 1,000 in Atlanta. There was one more. There was one rookie that did it, but Algier has the most rushing yards for a rookie, I believe, out of the whole NFL and the Atlanta franchise.
So definitely, let me go back and rephrase that. I'm not saying that he was the first and only rookie to hit 1,000 yards here in Atlanta. But
it's been some years. It's been some years.
As a rookie, hitting 1,000 yards. A pick who was the 4th, 5th round pick?
5th rounder.
Falcon fans, look at me. You better start getting your Tyler Algier jersey.
But Terry knows how to pick them.
Man, let me tell you something. Some of these draft picks, Bodie did a breakdown on this the other day of how many defensive stars from the draft that we've drafted that's still here in the league or still here in Atlanta. Said did the same thing for offense. Right now in your first year, I got to say, 4 games for Ritter, thumbs up. I rock with it. He's a rookie, so I know there's a lot that has to be worked on. But next year, now you have a whole half a year.
Yes, to get that boy right.
And look at your quarterback and say, how can we make you great? How can we bring this Super Bowl to Atlanta like you told the fans? And we're going to see more of that later on next year. Because if you see Ritter now, cut the competition. If Ritter's on a stride like this, you want to see a competition battle during training camp? You want to see a 4th rounder get drafted?
Ritter's my quarterback.
Or Teddy Bridgewater come in here and compete with Desmond Ritter? Y'all want that? Y'all should be excited for Desmond Ritter going forward because the young lad, or like Big Country would say, the young Thundercat, kid is lighting it up. I'm proud of him. Yeah. Tyler Algier is lighting it up. I'm proud of him. Drake London is lighting it up. I am proud of him. Drake London right now. Going to him.
Franchise receptions.
66 receptions.
69.
109 targets, 746 yards, 4 TDs. I'll take it.
You just think, just back on Drake's stats, you just think if you had Ritter week 5.
That's 1,000 yards.
Imagine.
That's 1,500 yards plus for Drake. 700 yards and almost 3. Like you said, almost 200 to 300 yards came in from Ritter, close to after Ritter took helm.
Yeah,
you would have gave him about 3 or 4 more games. You're looking at Drake London with well over 1,100 yards in the year, probably.
Monster. He's going to be a problem. He's going to be a problem.
What does that tell you, Falcons fans? What does that picture this morning tell you? The Falcons believe in the rookies. The Falcons believe in the team. But why post the picture of the rookies on the last day of the season is what I want to know. Why? You could have posted Rich McKay. Could have posted Freddie the Falcon. You could have posted the whole team. Could have posted a big thank you. Could have posted your regular pick like you do on the other game days when you're dissing the city that you're going against or talking about the city. Like when they did the Saints thing long ago. They did the, Washington thing when it was downtown Washington with the hotel and the. No, they didn't do that. They just said last day of the season and had the rookies on there. And 2 of the rookies are good to go, but everybody's 50-50 on Desmond. I ain't 50-50. It's my guy. It's my quarterback.
I'm 100.
Tyler Algier is my running back. Now I got to give me a Tyler Algier jersey.
And shout out to the Tyler. Algier is your running back now.
Shout out to the Tyler Algier family too as well. I don't know how many of y'all I met today, but I met a lot of y'all. So shout out to everybody from the Tyler Algier family who was enjoying the win. And then we got a nice little picture after the game. I'll post it on the One Time for the Fan page. Hopefully Tyler Algier family will see it and say, oh, I know who that is. That's me. That'd be cool. Joey, what's up, Joey? Ritter won against an awful Arizona team and the backups for the Bucs. Joey, sounds like the fan who wanted the draft pick. Joey's cool.
Joey, I will say one thing off your comment. Some of these teams do have backups. Some of these teams do have awful defenses, but these players are NFL players for a reason. They get the bag that they get for a reason. Every one of them players on that field is playing for a spot, not only this year, but for next year. So just from what your comment says, I'll say everybody's competing. I won't go with that.
Everybody's competing. And I don't want to go into Arizona's team or the Bucs team. But some of those players that you saw in the second and third quarter for both Arizona and the Bucs today might be starters next year.
Yeah, look at the players on our defense that you would say isn't a starter on another team.
A lot of Falcon fans are sitting there like, why do we bring in Cornell Armstrong? Would you consider him a starter? Would you consider him your first, your QB, your CB1?
No.
Even when they had the injuries, would you still consider him your CB1? No, he's a second and third string player who's getting first time reps.
It's like today, I believe, somebody that hasn't really got a start all year, Jaleel Johnson. You know, the
Jaleel Johnson.
he got. Yeah, he
the right end, the nose tackle.
Yep, he got him some playing time today, and look,
Josh Ali got some playing time too as well. Activated him last night. He probably got the call. Yeah, coach. My cleats, they're right here. Okay, what time's the game? Okay, I'll be there. Okay, yeah. I got you. Hey, Mom, I get to play in the game tomorrow. Josh Ali is not first string. What I'm saying is, Joey, and to all the Falcon fans, and this is not a call out, but Joey's a diehard Falcons fan. I rock with Joey. I've seen Joey in Washington before. These players play in the NFL. You heard what Chase said. We don't. I want some of y'all to put on the shoulder pads in the helmet and go out there like Kevin Hart and do some kick returns, at least kick returns. And run through that damn middle wedge and see what the fuck happens. Oh, damn, I tried not to do it. Damn, I said it. Run through that wedge and see what happens. Yeah. Go play running back for 2 snaps against them second and third string players. See what's going to happen. That's all I'm going to say. Them boys out there fighting for a job.
Every game.
A contract. Every game. It's like I told my friend, you see offense, I got 4 people right now who the Falcons got, they're looking at. Do we bring back? Do we give a contract? What do we do? People are going to raise a question about OZ. We haven't talked about OZ this much on the podcast. We talked about Mariota in the beginning. We talked about OZ in the beginning, training camp, preseason, first couple weeks. Then OZ just went off the map on One Time for the Fan. Now we got to bring him back up. Is he going to be here next year? Keith Smith?
Somebody that got a reception today we ain't brought up in a while. Frank
Darby. The stadium went crazy when Darby caught the ball. But are you going to wait 16 games to get that? Are you going to wait 14 games next year to get another 1 reception for 10 yards? You have a decision to make, Atlanta Falcons. And Falcon fans, you're going to go on both sides of the fence when you make your decision, too, of who should stay and who should go. I think you should bring back Zacchaeus.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
But not as your number 2.
Slot.
Back in the slot. The way Ritter's working with London, if Ritter can get the eye for another receiver, like, holy shit, I'm about to tear this up. I'm about to tear this field up with these 2 cats right here.
That's why I keep mentioning the Pruitt.
That's 4. That's the 4. And then you need
the connection with him and Pruitt, bro. I mean,
Chase.
Pruitt's not a starter in this league either. Let's just be serious. And that's the connection that Ritter has with a tight end like Pruitt. Imagine a connection with Ritter and Kyle Pitts. It's going to be nasty, I believe. I think you got, like you were saying, back at your 300-yard passing games. Very true. A win is a win.
Falcon fans, man, I tell you something. I rock with y'all. Y'all know I do. Chase do too. One Time for the Fan do. That's why we had the show. That's why we had the podcast. For Atlanta Falcon fans to understand that we are die-hard Atlanta Falcons fans. And this is going to be a long stretch of 6 months for us.
Very long.
Very long. But we're going to be here to talk Falcons as best as we can. And any Falcons fan who's still in this chat right now, any Falcons fan who's listening or watching, whenever you do, when you come back and watch it, you're going to say, man, these guys really kept it going for real. Because we're going to find something to talk about when it comes to the Falcons. Because to tell you honest truth, these next few months, I can go, man, we can go every podcast and just pick 3 players and just talk about them.
For real.
And I'll make it to them. I'll make it to September. I'll make it.
No doubt.
But we're going to talk about Falcons football right here on One Time for the Fan. You best believe that. We're going to talk about the Birds. We're going to talk about the Bucs. Shout out to all the Bucs fans I met today, too. Y'all was on there on some chill shit.
Them boys in the playoffs, they ain't frying
Them
nothing.
boys chilling. Them boys chilling with an 8-9 in the playoffs. And they finna get smacked next week. It don't matter.
Smacked hard.
I talked to one dude. He was looking at me with the eye. He like, you see, ever seen that gif where dudes start crying? He was looking at me like, but bruh, we got the Cowboys, man. I sit over there like, he probably slow motion reading my mind like, Cowboys are gonna rip you up next week. He's probably looking like
after that performance to the Commanders, bro. I'm not so sure about the Cowgirls.
After that performance today against the Falcons, I'm not so sure about the damn Bucs.
Ooh,
but then again, I ain't a Bucs fan to be too sure, but I don't care about that. I don't care about it. Tell you the honest truth, the game could end in a tie. They can play for 3 games. They can play for 3 days straight. I don't care. The game can play on Saturday, and Tuesday morning they say, "Well, we're back here. There's a 10th overtime, and the Bucs have got like 37-37." I don't care.
Fuck the Bucs.
But what I do know is the team in our division is about to get smacked because if we ain't gonna win, nobody in our division is gonna win. That's the way I roll. Thanks. Remember Jack Black in that movie, Ron Burgundy, when he kicked the dog off the damn bridge, and he's like, "That's how I roll." Remember Falcons fans? Ever seen Ron Burgundy when Jack Black kicked the dog? And he's like, oh. He kicked the dog off the damn bridge, and he turned around. He's like, "That's how I roll." That's how I roll with the Falcons, man. If it ain't Falcons football, I don't care. The game can go on for tie. It could be on CNN a week later, like the Falcons, like the Cowboys and the Bucs are still playing this game. It's been a whole week. I don't care. But I do know one thing. If a team in our division, if we don't make it, a team in our division ain't going.
Can't.
It happened in the past. I know Brady did it. I understand. And the Bucs fans try to give me, do you know what happened back in 20s? I don't want to hear this shit. It is what it is.
Season there, bro.
Falcon fans, man, we love talking Falcons football. People tagging me. Okay. Falcon pictures, man. Everybody tagging me in Falcon pictures. Let's get to the chat. We talked about Desmond Ridder. Talked about the Falcons beating the Bucs. Got another thing to talk about here, too, on One Time for the Fan. Chase, you know this guy? If they made the NFL, whether they are backup or not,
you're an NFL player
to play ball. Falcons fans, a lot of teams gonna look and say, Caleb Huntley went crazy on us like that. Falcon fan, didn't Foreman go crazy on us 2 games this year? Didn't we cut Foreman? Wasn't Foreman a practice squad player who is now a starter? Let me tell you something, Falcon fan. Every player on that field, every 53 that line up is ready to go play. Now, I'm a diehard Falcon fan for life. We got to look at every other NFL team. They have 53 other players too. And they got some players on practice squad. They bring players up, players play, they bring players back. Remember Stephen Means when he first came at the practice squad? People was like, "Oh my God, 4 sacks. Who the hell is Stephen Means?" Then next year, what happened?
You can also say Abdullah Anderson as well. Abdullah Anderson hasn't been a starter in a while. He's a starter for us that's actually doing some production, decent production.
If you want to keep it 100,
they're in NFL. They're NFL players for a reason.
Chase, if you want to keep it 100, if you want to look at it how a lot of people look at it, if you're in the NFL on an NFL team, you should be ready to go. We've had players who we've brought up and played and won. There are players for the Falcons who are on the bench who will eventually become starters in other franchises in the future. There are players who are starting right now who will eventually be going to the bench in the future with other franchises. It happens. It's business.
Happened this year.
It's business.
Their own team.
It's business. I like that.
Production.
Business. I'm start using that. I'm start doing business. Your rookie QB be a team that played their backups. Tom Brady played. Tell you the honest truth. Even with the backups, Joey, and Joey's a diehard. We're going back and forth here, Joey. We're going to spend too much time on this, Joey.
It wasn't a complete backup. Devin White played all the way to the end of the third quarter.
So if the Bucs won, the argument would have been, well, the Falcons lost to a bunch of backups. Falcons win, Falcons beat a bunch of backups. You see what I'm saying? You lose, Falcon fans go home. Oh, same old team. I'll be back in the fall. Falcons win. Yeah, we won. Hey, let's go. We drinking. Hey, we partying. Hey, where we going? Going to Dudley's? Where you going? Going to Hudson Grill? All right, let's party. Did nobody say, I didn't hear, walking out of that stadium, I didn't hear nobody say, well, we beat a bunch of backups. All I heard was Falcons win.
Doves are doves.
That's all I heard. Every high five I gave said, rise up to me. They ain't say, we beat a bunch of backups, y'all.
What is it Buddy says? Big Dub Sunday.
Big Dub Sunday, Victory Monday coming up. But guess what? Them same backups are about to go play in the playoffs.
Very true.
And we're not. There's some players who played today who's going to go play against the Cowboys next week. We're not. So call them, you can call them 7 stringers. They're going to the playoffs. They're going to play. And they're going to try to make their team win. And if Trask would have ripped us open in the second half, you would have said, not only did you lose to a bunch of backups, you lost to a guy named Kyle Trask. So I'm glad the Falcons came away with the win. Trey Anderson, we knocked him out of the game. Trey Anderson, I saw him after the game. He was like, you give me 2 more quarters, I'll go do it again. Troy ready to play, man. Intelligent menace is what Ryan Foley said from the R&R Catcast. I took a picture with Troy today. Had a chance to speak with him too as well. He is a really cool person. He's a really cool individual. And when it comes to playing football, a lot of them, they love that. That's her passion. But when you talk to some of these players, man, they just super cool, bro. They're just cool.
Troy's so
he's just mellow. He's just relaxed, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's not like, you know what I'm saying, the most energetic person on the team. He's just like, I feel you. Kids from a small town, you know what I'm saying? The kids, it's pretty cool, man. You know, and to get this type of love that he's getting in Atlanta, that's super cool.
Social media hate on that man, though. God, can we lay off of Troy, bro? He's a rookie.
Well, you got to think. There's a lot of fans. And here's the thing about the social media, right? And you got the media, and then you got the social media. And you got the media who just wants to that's their job.
Right.
We'll put out reports. We'll put out articles. We'll make them feed into this shit. That's why this year in the draft this year, I ain't feeding into that shit. I'm doing my own thing this year. I seen it. Even on paper, when you look and say, the Falcons got to play this team. They're going to get beat. They're going to get beat. That's a lie. You don't know what's going to happen until the game is played. You're just going off of what's on paper. They said it this year, USA Today, 2 wins, Vegas, 4 wins. Look at the Falcons roster. They won't even get no more than 3 wins. We'll give them 4. We'll give them to the house. You lied. And there's people who bet money on that, and they lost a lot of damn money. I ain't feeding into that shit this year. But the hate on social media for certain players, certain things that the organization does, you have an email. You can use it. Matter of fact, buy tickets to the Benz and sit close to the owner's suite and speak of your frustration to the owner who's right there.
Yes.
You don't have to post it on social media. You don't have to post it in your private chat. You don't have to post it in your private Falcon group. Buy tickets to the game, sit behind the bench, 108 through 112, sit behind the bench, and say everything that you're posting on social media right there to that team. Tell them, we'll see how fast security come get your ass up out of there, or we'll see how fast the Falcon players tell you to get your ass to sit down, or you finna get up out of here. I'm trying to tell you, man. These players playing the game for you. And you out there bashing these folks. This is a rookie, like Chase said. I know some of the posts he's talking about. This is a rookie who came in, who played 4 positions in college, man. The dude played 4 positions in college, bro. This man is coming over here to help y'all win some games so y'all can high five and fist bump at the end of the day. And you got the nerve to go bash this man because he missed a tackle. Or bash this man because he missed an assignment. And the problem is, Chase, you see it right now, and then you're going to see it 2-3 years from now, like they just didn't get the memo.
Yeah.
They're still bashing. Players don't want to see it. You go tell the player to his face that.
Yeah.
See what the player says. Terrell Johnson said, rise up.
Rise up, Terrell.
I saw Ravage today. He was on the field. Ravage came off. He had the belt. He had the gloves.
Ravage
had the mask on. I said, Batman?
Ravage be decked out. Shout out Ravage.
Ravage said, Ravage ATL. That my boy. That my boy Ravage ATL. Stevie Craig is checking in from Arizona. He said, Frank Darby, Arizona guy got the kid. Guess what, Stevie? Light the grill up, baby. We're coming back to Arizona. Stevie, light the grill up. We're coming back to Arizona. Stevie was part of the team that put the tailgate on before the game in Arizona last time we went.
Cool.
Stevie, Chef Stevie. He's chef too.
Shout out
Pamela
Stevie.
Johnson, Grady Jarrett need help, please. Help is on the way, Pamela.
Help is on the way.
Help is on the way. Go get your list of free agents because we're going to talk free agents in the next couple of episodes of One Time for the Fan. Deloach is up in here. He said, I believe when Grady spoke out that put the antennas up, that they better get him some help.
Davion, we said the same thing. If you go a couple shows back, we said the same thing. Yeah, Grady's speech or whatever you want to call it, the comments wasn't a shot at the team. It was something that we needed, something that the coach needed to hear. He needs help.
I wouldn't consider it as a shot at the team.
Not at all.
I would look at it as, and this is no knock to any player. Some guys on your line you're looking at and you're like, man, these guys playing for this contract. And they don't get the contract. Where they going? They out of here.
Yep.
Grady Jarrett is playing for this city.
He's here.
He's playing for this culture. He's playing for the organization. When he looks to the left and when he looks to the right, he wants to see players on his left and right that's doing the same thing. Hear me out. You go to work with a person that you know is just in there for a couple weeks and see how your job looks. When you know there's a lot of pressure on your job. You got to work with the 2 employees that's only there for a couple of days or a couple of weeks because they up out of here after the season.
Yeah.
Versus an employee you can look to the side and say, man, bro been here about 5 years, ain't he? Bro been here about 4 years, ain't he? And we finna eat. You can trust that person more a little bit because the reliability is there. So when Grady Jarrett said it wasn't a knock.
Not at all.
To say, ship me up out of here if you can't get the defense. It's about, man, you bringing in a bunch of players around me who's not here for the city, man. Who's not here for the culture, man. Who's not here for the organization, man. Niggas want to get their check and go home. And look at the line. Outside of Grady Jarrett, look at the line and tell me who's eating. Anybody?
Nope.
If you bring a Deron Payne over next year.
With an Ebiketie beside him and then a Grady on the other side.
If you bring Payne next to him, you know what Grady going to do? Grady going to look and say, bro, you ready to go back to the playoffs, bro? Say, bro, you ready to win this chip, bro? Just imagine that. Deron Payne, 5-year deal, Atlanta Falcons. See him on a picture like this. Grady Jarrett going to say, He gonna be tweeting. You ready to get to work? Hit the run. Let's eat.
Yes, sir.
I keep talking about it. I want him over here. I'm gonna tell you something. You bring in pain. You bring in pain the first week after the Super Bowl, man. I'm telling you, this organization.
Another big name you got to look at for defense. Roquan Smith. If
Roquan Smith too,
if they don't lock him down, and what is it, Baltimore that's got him? If they don't lock him down, that's a big name.
Baltimore's going to pay Roquan and Lamar.
Better pick.
That episode when we do the 3 offensive players you want to bring in and the 3 defensive players you want to bring in, that shit might go to 2 hours because everybody's finna be debating that. Everybody's finna be debating on that. One time for the fan. You already know we're talking Falcons football. Lorenzo Carter's my breakout player for 2023. Getting ready to wrap the show up. He's becoming my favorite player on D. Joey, are you bringing Lorenzo Carter back? If he's your favorite player and your breakout player for 2023, what do you think he is to the coaches? Has he done enough to earn a contract to come back? In the next couple of weeks of One Time for the Fan, Falcons fans, we're going to talk about the postseason. We're going to talk about doggone the draft. We're going to talk about free agents. We're going to talk about off-season transactions. We're going to talk about who stays. We're going to talk about who goes. That's
got a lot to talk about.
That's going to lead us up to the draft. I'm going to give y'all enough content to lead us up to the draft. We're going to have some special guests on, too. Lead us up to a draft. Guess who I spoke to today? My man, D-Led.
D-Led. I already knew it.
We'll get D-Led on the show.
Dope.
I can confirm right now we're going to get D-Led on the show.
Dope.
Spoke to him today. I'm going to post a picture in a minute with me and D-Led. Me, D-Led, and some Falcons Falcons coach and some other people. I called him over. I said, you got me. You got me. I said 9 wins. You got me.
You went far off, bro.
He laughed because he has to be in the wrong 2. He said 2 wins. He said 2, hit 7. I said 9, hit 7.
I had us winning 8. So that's what I'm saying, man. I'm
and I can give you. Here's the sad part, Chase. God damn, I just want to just break this mic right now. I could give you 6 games the Falcons could have won.
Yeah.
I can give you 6. I just needed 2. Chase.
For real.
I just needed 2 wins on my 9. And I can give you 6 games right now the Falcons could have won. But they lost. I can give you 6.
We could have swept the Bucs, bro. We could have swept the Bucs.
6 right now. And I need 2. I didn't expect that. Even after the 9, if I would have got 9 wins, I'd be like, all right, that's good. Holy shit, the Falcons finna win the next couple games. But nah, that didn't happen. Things change, things happen. But I was so surprised to see we had 6 games on the table that was turned just in a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
The only game that was the true blowout, other than the 10-point Carolina lost in the rain, crazy conditions, was the Cincinnati game.
Yeah, he was in every game. And you could have been in the Cincy game. Cincinnati game could have been a close one.
I mentioned that too as well. 17-20. I keep saying it. 17-28. Second half, you made a stop in Cincinnati. They went for it on 4th and 3. You made the stop. You got the ball back. You didn't score. You would have made it a 4-point game.
Yep.
Probably could have been another game where you would have lost by 6 or more points, or you would have won. Falcon fans, I'm here, man. I don't know what y'all want. I'm here. I'm diehard with this shit. But I see 6 games on the Falcons schedule this year they could have won. I just needed 2 to make 9 games. And to see 7 this year is like, okay. USA Today said 2. Vegas said 4. They hit 7. I said 9. I feel pretty good. And the teams that we beat this year too, I feel pretty good about. I'm glad we beat the 49ers. I'm glad we beat the Browns. I'm glad we established some home victories too. Because now Falcon fans are going to want to start coming to the Benz. They're going to come next year and be like, oh, it's a home game to start the season? And we 2-0 this year? I'm on the way. Cosmo said, what's good?
What's good, Cosmo?
Against the starters today, he had 28 yards. It's not a coincidence that after they took starters out, he started making plays.
Who's that?
Must be talking about Ritter. I think he's talking about Ritter. He posted some stats to his Ritter too as well. I got a lot of photos. Shout out to Tiffany Rogers. Just sent me 10 photos. Must have been from today. He got that. He got get that arm stronger. Talking about Desmond. Diane said QB1. Shout out to Diane. Saw her today too as well. Her and her husband.
Shut up.
Die hard Falcons fans. I want to see how much more control he has over the offense next, because it seems like he already know it front to back. But don't forget now, it's only 4 games he was able to install some plays with Desmond.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
so a lot more play action today.
Go ahead, Chase.
You didn't see a lot of play action when you first brought Ritter in. It was a lot of handoffs, a lot of deep passes when Ritter first came in. Now you're getting a lot more checkdowns out of Ritter, a lot more play action plays for him. A lot more RPOs for him to run that offense, and starting to show, bro. I mean, I don't know what else Ritter has to do to get these fans, to realize that this man's legit. You say he had 28 yards over starters, but at the start of the game, he was kind of running the ball. First drive, if you look at throughout the whole season, if you look at our first drive, I think we have a total of maybe 2 opening touchdowns. So as far as, putting that all on the quarterback, I think that goes as a game plan.
Yes, sir. Chase is right. Always on the money. That's why Chase is here on One Time for the Fan. Harold Poole said, I hope y'all going to be on draft night. Harold, do you remember what happened last year on draft night with One Time for the Fan? For those that do not know, and we're getting ready to wrap up the show here in a minute. It was 3.5 hours for the first night. It was 4 hours for the second night. It was a 5-hour, 12-minute, I believe, broadcast on day 3. Right here on One Time for the Fan. You're probably sitting there like, wait a minute. What the hell did Jack Spade just say? Day 1, the podcast that we went live on, the opening show of last year, was 3 hours and a half. Because what happened was we went live at 8, and the Falcons didn't pick to almost 9:45 with the 8th pick.
Yep.
That was well over an hour and a half. And then after the Falcons made the pick, we spent another hour and a half talking about the damn pick and hoping that the Falcons wouldn't trade up, because we wanted to cover everything the Falcons did that night, because we knew that a lot of rumors were circulating about how heavy this draft was, with who can trade up, who can move, the Matt Ryan situations. We're like, we got to watch this. And then the Drake London move, and then I was talking to both of them like, are we satisfied with this 8? Are we satisfied with Drake, or are they getting ready to move up again? Don't forget, Georgia just won the national championship. Somebody got to come up and get a bunch of Georgia players. Didn't happen. I told Bodie around the 27th pick, 28th pick, I said, Falcons ain't finna trade up. We're gonna go ahead and end the podcast tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. We went back the next day. 4.5 hours of football, watching the draft, talking about the pick, bringing up stats, bringing up notes, bringing up strengths and weaknesses of some of the players in our division who was drafting and so forth. And then when our pick came up, it was go time. And then we spent about an hour talking about that pick and being excited for the pick. But it went to 4 hours. And then day 3, never again. Ever. Never again. Jesus Christ. Saturday is the worst. You think them picks moving like this? It is. But when you see Falcons at 147 and 192 and 213, it ain't as fast as you think, dog. You sitting over there like, bruh, when do the Falcons pick again? Holy shit, we got 22 more picks before the Falcons pick. But that's just the love that we have for the team. Me and Bodie just kept it rolling. We just found a way to talk about the draft. We found a way to talk about the players. We found a way to talk about notes and what the Falcons are doing. Anything we can bring up. We were hitting refresh on Twitter and Facebook. Every note, any journalist who was posting anything, we tried to get any information from the Falcons because you wanted some type of transaction. You saw day 2 when they traded up and went to go get Arnold. They said, wait, hold, whoa, hey, whoa, shit. I posted that morning, Arnold Ebiketie still on the board. I posted on the One Time for the Fan about players to watch for day 2. Falcons traded up. I said, oh, shit, whoa, hey, wait, this is it. They're trading up. Who is the guy? And they said, Arnold Ebiketie from Penn State. I turned to Dez. I said, Dez, we called it. Day 2 pick, Arnold Ebiketie. And it worked out. Now he's coming back next year with just a chip on his shoulder now because he was held today. He had his damn hands up on the side. Like, ref, what are y'all doing?
Every game, bro. Every game this year.
Notifications on. Notification gang. Turn on the notifications, y'all. Because whenever we post, and we're going to tell you about the updates at one time for the fans shortly because the season's over and we got to spend some time away from the podcast too because we spend a lot of time on the podcast, you know. People got vacations and stuff coming up. People got things to do. My boy Chase, man, got a baby on the way. So shout out to Big Chase on over there, man. Shout out to the family over there. You got that baby over there. I know you got some Falcons gear ready to go.
No doubt.
So shout out to you. Antonio Holloway, shout out to Antonio. If you subscribe to the channel, I appreciate you, sir. Let me check and see that.
Appreciate you, Antonio.
Shout out to Antonio. He said this is the most important Falcons offseason in a while. Money plus draft picks. You want to know why? Because you don't have players in your locker room eating up the money.
Yep, it's a true statement. Most important offseason in a long time.
Chase, say again.
Most important offseason in a long time.
I just went over it earlier in the podcast. You haven't been in this position with quarterback and making these tight decisions in a very, very long time because you had so many key players with the Dimitroff era who was just signed here for so long that now these names are. I saw a dude today. Dude was hitting this. I know he a diehard Falcons fan too. And I know he know names. He was doing like this. What buddy who used to play safety for us? number 22. I said Keanu. He like Keanu Neal. Now they're starting to forget about them highlight and impact players that had that brotherhood. The brotherhood is gone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
brotherhood has been spray painted over and it says rebuild. After the rebuild is complete, you would now put a new word over there. Rise up will still be the same. Can't touch that. But the brotherhood is gone. There's no more Ricardo. There's no more Keanu. There's no more KZ. There's no more Dion. There's no more Campbell. There's no more Julio. There's no more Matt. There's no more Freeman. It's a new era of the Atlanta Falcons. There's Desmond Ridder. There's Cordell Patterson. There's Kyle Pitts. There's AJ Terrell. There's Drake London. There's Richie Grant. There's Troy Anderson. There's Grady Jarrett.
Yeah. New regime.
New era of the Atlanta
Falcons.
Takeover. It's the takeover. Falcon fans, I hope y'all lit. I'm glad y'all are tuning in with us, talking Falcons football because we love talking Falcons football with y'all. Pamela Johnson said, a win is a win. Yep, Joey, you're right. Don't forget, Joey, everybody, you could put 10 different people in the room, random folks, all Falcons fans. Everybody's going to have their opinion. You beat Brady, or you beat the Bucs today with Brady playing 1 quarter or 2 quarters. You beat the Bucs today with the Bucs playing their backups. Or you would have lost today with a rookie quarterback. Or you would have lost today with a bunch of Falcons playing their backups. Everybody's going to be on different sides of the fence. But what Pamela Johnson just said?
Win is a win.
You could have put me out there.
Sunday.
You could have put me out there for the Falcons. My first game, I would have been telling my family, I'm ready to go. You going to the playoffs, honey? Nope. But I'm going to come away with 10 tackles and 2 sacks. They will never know me after this day. I'll be cut from the Falcons. But guess what? I'm going to get me 2 pass deflections and 2 sacks. I don't have to. I could be a Joe Schmo. Don't matter. A win is a win. I beat Boo Man yesterday in Madden, and I put Felipe Franks in.
Okay, the disrespect.
I disrespected Boo Man on the Madden. It got to a point where I was just scrubbing Boo Man. And I said, you know what? What would piss Boo Man off right now? When I'm up 2 touchdowns right now in the third, and I got the ball. I said, what would piss him off? Substitution on the field, number 15 is eligible. He texted me, he's like, bro, you got Franks in? I said, yeah. I'm like that. What did he say in the chat afterwards? Franks had 2 handoffs. You got to win too. He said CP had 22 carries and a win. Jermaine said, just subscribe to the channel.
Appreciate you.
Just save $500. Grady just said what every fan was thinking. I'm glad he said it. You see how Joey is? You see? Joey said, he's glad what Grady said. I'm glad what Grady said. A lot of people are glad what Grady said. You see how Joey's thinking? He's talking about the game with the players and who's playing, the second string, the third string. But on the other end, he's glad Grady Jarrett said, let's bring this defense together. Let's bring this team together.
Yeah, it had to be said.
That's why one time for the fan is one time for the fan. We talk to the fans. I'm a fan. Chase is a fan. Bodie's a fan. Boo Man, he's a fan when he's off work. He was having a good season until the injury. After that, team is really key. And stopping Grady. That's another name to look at. We haven't talked about it right here on the podcast.
Taquan Graham. That is very true.
Taquan Graham.
That was a tough loss. Taquan Graham was actually starting to flourish, I believe, with that scheme. He was really starting to show out. The man was really getting some pressure. You know, if it wasn't Grady back there, it was Graham.
Does Dean Pease come back on paper? Dean Pease is one of your on paper by name. Stat wise, with Dean Pease, he's one of the greatest defensive coordinators you've ever had in this building.
Well, let's just hope Dean Pease stays, man.
Dean Pease's name. Just go Google Dean Pease. And don't call him Russell. Please, dear God, don't call him Russell. Do not call him Russell. And shout out to the Dean Pease family too as well. Shout out to his wife Mel too as well. She's really, really cool. Shout out to Dean Pease. Shout out to Mel. Shout out to everybody over there in the Pease family. We'd love to see Dean Pease come back. I wouldn't mind seeing him. How would you? Let me tell you something, man. And we about to get up out of here. But Dean Pease, bro. Dean Pease to look at his team and say, man, 2 years of this, he's going to walk away. You got the money. You got the draft. You got the free agents.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
You got key players who's getting ready to start, who's getting ready to join your defense, who's going to start on. You have key defensive players who's getting ready to start for the Falcons next year that wasn't on the Falcons this year. And some of them might be rookies. You got a draft you're looking at where you can move up and get a Will Anderson or Jalen Carter. Dean Pease, you don't want 2 years of that. I understand the age. I understand how it is.
Yeah.
Coach Pease. Don't give the job to nobody else right now.
Please stay.
Finish what you started. Please. I'd love to see Dean Pease come back. Finish up the chat here. Then we up out of here. We talked a lot about the Falcons today because we are diehard Atlanta Falcons fans. I got my dinner on the table upstairs. It's getting cold. Got a chat bot in here. Chat bot says xxxlife.com. Subscribe over here. I don't know how the hell that chat bot got in here. Is there another one? Oh no, I just blocked it. I said we go full defense in free agency, then trade back in the draft a few spots and draft Johnston from TSU. The wide receiver. The wide receiver.
That's the name that's been popped up. Yeah, that's the name that I've been seeing a lot here lately. I think it's like I said earlier in the show. You know, it's free agency determines a lot of what you do. You know, if you go full defense, you can get those big name linebackers, pass rushers. You know, but you may see a receiver. You never really know what the Falcons are going to do, but. Like I said, we'll have to wait till free agency, see what happens.
I will say for the Falcons fans that's watching and listening, if you go to the free agency, you get to the draft, and not one edge rusher or defensive end or anybody has been selected.
Oh, you got to go.
You're going defense with that first pick. Why would you not?
You got to.
Now, if you see the Falcons have signed I don't know. I'm just throwing names out there. Falcons have signed Clowney. Falcons have signed Enikwe. Falcons have signed Roquan Smith. I can see the trade back for the wide receiver too, because you're starting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it's stack,
starting to stack. But if you selected your free agency and you get to the draft, and there is not another pass rusher that has his hand in the dirt, you're going to go Will
Gotta grab
Anderson
him.
and Jalen Carter.
No doubt.
You can settle for the kid from Clemson. But that's if you just sit there at 8 and just don't pick up the phone. And that's when I'm going to be upset.
Yeah.
When you don't pick up the phone and you don't call the Texans. When you don't pick up, not the Texans, you don't pick up the phone, you don't call 3 through 6.
Yeah.
Right now, we know, I think for most Falcons fans, Stroud is probably the number 1 off the board.
I believe so. I think he's got Bryce beat.
Where does Bryce fall in if Stroud is number 1 off the board? We're going to get to that later on in the season. Names.
Yeah, that's a whole topic there.
Whole nother show we're looking at. First of all, the first 10 picks where the Falcons lay is a whole show that you got to look at and say, how the hell can we arrange this so the Falcons trade up and get Will Anderson or Jalen Carter? Let me tell you something, Falcons fans.
It's simple. It's very simple at the spot that we're in. It's very simple.
Falcons fans, let me talk to you. If you have the opportunity to trade up and get Will Anderson or Jalen Carter,
You do it.
you better do it.
Yeah.
You better do it. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. And I'm sorry for all the ruffling going on. I was holding the mic and doing all that stuff. So anybody who's listening on like Spotify is like, what the is going on right now with that microphone? They're listening. They can't see it. So they're probably like, what's going on? If you have a chance to trade up, you go get them.
Yeah.
If you're settling for Murray, or I'm sorry, the kid, I'd be butchering names, and I'm sorry. If you're selling for one of the 2 kids from Clemson, or you're trading back for the wide receiver 2, I can see the wide receiver 2 pick. I'm clapping it up. But if you're not picking up the phone and not making an attempt to trade up to go get 2 guys that you probably know you can get one of them, that's why I'm gonna sit there and say, well, what did you see in this kid at 8?
You know, even if you do, like you're saying, even if you do stack defensive free agency, you got people like Jalen Hyatt that's going to fall. You know, they're predicting to fall all the way to the 3rd round. So, I mean, I still feel like receiver is not a need in the 1st round. I mean, it is a need.
The kid from Tennessee, right?
Yeah, the kid from Tennessee. Baller, dude. I mean, to grab somebody like that in the 2nd, 3rd round, that's a W. I mean, I think you go defense. It's our worst link. You know, we've seen it all year. Seen it the past 3 years. So, tired of seeing it. Let's go get D.
Falcon fans, can we wrap up this show here? We love talking with y'all. That's why I told Chase already. It's the last episode today for the season. Falcon fans are in their mode where they want to talk Falcons football. They love this. They got to win. They're feeling good. If we run over an hour, it's because of how much we love the Atlanta Falcons. It's not because we're just blabbering on. Every fan in this chat saw the game, watched the game, listened to the game, or attended the game. They love to see what they saw today. And if you was a fan like me, and like Thomas told me, he was like, you watching more than the game right now, ain't you? I said, well, I have a podcast, sir. I have to do my job. Technically, I'm at work right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to be focused on this game. Because I'm looking at players of who's staying, who's going. I'm just trying to become the coach. I'm trying to get into the war room. I want to be that fly on the wall.
Yeah.
When they go put up Zacchaeus' name and they're going to say, well, why do we need to bring Zacchaeus back? We're going to talk about that right here on One Time for the Fan. They're going to look at it and say, well, why do we need to let Zacchaeus go? We're going to talk about it on One Time for the Fan. They're going to look at a bunch of players. I think it's over 20 players right now you got to look at of who's staying, who's going. 53-man roster. What does that mean? You got 9 picks. You're probably going to use about 7 of those draft picks. Are they all going to play? I don't know. But there's going to be a shit ton of people coming back and a shit ton of free agents coming in here. Because out of those 20 names, you ain't bringing all 20 back. You know that. Falcon fans, you know that. Out of most of those 22, 23, 24 names on that list to come back, contract decision, you know all of them ain't coming back. So you know there's going to be some new faces. The goal is to find the new faces who's going to build this team and make them better. When you're looking at the roster and you see, okay, well, the Falcons just let go a bunch of people. Now there's only 32 people on the roster. It's 34, 35. Your 36th man could be Deron Payne coming in the building. He can change your dynamic of your defense right now.
Bring in a Payne.
Roquan Smith could be your 37. He could change the dynamic of the defense right now. Yannick, Yannick, whatever the guy's name is. He can change the dynamic. I just know he's a good damn player. And I ain't finna butcher his name because he ain't no Falcon.
No Goku or something like
And we said in Goku. We watching anime. It's Yannick, ain't it? It's Yannick and Goku. And Goku.
I had to look it up. Spell it out right.
Yannick. See, now it's on my mind right now. Like I'm butchering this kid's name, and it's just right here in front of me. I just had it. Falcon fans, they're probably sitting there like, oh, I'm gonna go look up the name too. Look up the name with me. See if you can pronounce it at home. See if I'm just flipping the script. See if I'm just crazy right now. Like if I'm just tripping right now. Say the kid's name. Yannick. I ain't finna do it. That last name is. It says Edge. He's a pass rusher. First name's Yannick. Type it on Google. Not finna butcher this kid's name. Then we'll get to he gonna join the team in the offseason. Didn't you butcher my name? I won't do that. It's crazy that 3 NFC South teams ended up with the same record, 7-10. So that's right. When anybody comes to us and says, "Hey guys, you guys are in last place," no, technically we're tied for second.
Everybody was under 500, so if you count, everybody had a losing season.
Division is ass. Hey y'all, this game was great. I was at the game. Give the ball to Tyler. Congratulations to Algier for getting over 1,000 yards. Bridget, did you see us on the Jumbotron? We got a lot of Jumbotron time today. We was in the suites. We was in the suites. We got a bunch of camera time today. Getting ready to hit the hour and a half mark. We're getting ready to wrap it up. Jermaine, Jeff Wolf. Shout out to see Jeff Wolf back. Jeff Wolf said
that again.
Sorry, Jeff Wolf said English class. I'm sorry, Jeff. Looking at a bunch of things over here, Jeff, and I've been drinking too as well. Jeff, were you at the game today?
He was there.
I'm sure he was. Falcons fans, let's go over one more thing before we get up out of here. Falcons posted this right after the season was over. It's set. Your 2023 opponents is now set. We're going to talk about this later on down the line on One Time for the Fan. But your home games, Falcon fans, right here. If you haven't seen it, if you haven't heard, you're going to hear it right now on One Time for the Fan. Your home games goes as followed. You have the Green Bay Packers at home in the Benz. There's going to be Packer fans invading the Benz. You have the Minnesota Vikings, who is right now at this year red hot. They have a solid wide receiver who AJ Terrell is definitely going to have to lock down in the near future. His name is Justin Jefferson, and he plays for the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings will be coming to the Benz this year too as well on the next season. The Carolina Panthers, of course, will be there. The New Orleans Saints will be there. The Tampa Bay Bucs will be there. And then, of course, we have the Houston Texans coming to the Benz this year. Falcons fans, the Houston Texans are coming to the Benz. The Indianapolis Colts are coming to the Benz. Is it the return of Matt Ryan? We will soon see.
Nah.
I don't know. We will soon see. The Colts are coming to the Benz, and your last home game, and the schedule is not set, so I'm not saying this is week 17 or week whatever. Your last team that you'll be playing at home will be the Washington Commanders. So you have the Packers, the Vikings, the Panthers, the Bucs, the Saints, the Texans, the Colts, and the Commanders. And here's where the Rise Up Tour comes in, y'all. Here's where the Rise Up Tour comes in. If you don't know about the Rise Up Tour, it's a away game group of Falcon fans that me and my friends started years ago, and now it has grown to a crazy level of over almost close to 1,200 people who travel to Falcons away games. And this is where the Rise Up Tour comes in. They want to hear this. Some people haven't heard it. They've been waiting on the last 2 or 3 games to be announced. It is set, Rise Up Tour members. We're going to Chicago. Chi-Town. We're heading to Old Block, baby. We're heading to Old Block, baby. We're heading to Detroit. We're heading to Detroit. We're heading to that team that just won the AFC South. We're heading to Jacksonville. I like this. Chicago, Detroit, Jacksonville. Oh, I'm there. I'm there. You put all these 1:00 games for us, but it's so many 1:00 games over here on our side of the country. You're gonna have to put some primetime games there. The Bears, the Lions, the Jags, the Tennessee Titans, right there. 3-hour drive.
Yeah.
The Carolina Panthers, the New Orleans Saints, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The two games that we were waiting on this evening, we are going to Arizona. We are going back to Arizona. We was there a couple years ago. Rise Up Tour put on a crazy event at Fat Tuesdays right across the street from the stadium. I'm guessing they're going to be back to the same place again. And guess what, Chase? Dun, 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 dun. Start spreading the news. We're going to New York, baby. The Falcons are invading New York or Jersey, whatever. I don't know that shit they got going on up there with the damn stadium. I'm staying in New York and I'm catching the train over to Jersey. But the Falcons are going to Jersey, baby. We're heading up to the borough, baby. We're finna get sturdy. Chase, you know how to get sturdy? Chase, do the sturdy with your hands. You do the sturdy?
I don't know how to do all that.
You don't know how to do sturdy?
Nah. Never seen it. You have to teach me how to do it, though.
Bodie can teach you how to do it. Check his TikTok. We finna do the sturdy. Anybody know how to sturdy? Anybody in the chat know how to sturdy? Doom, 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 doom. What's that pop song music? Doom, doom, what is that? Woo music. We finna get sturdy out there in New York. I'm with it. The schedule is set. Or I'm sorry, the teams are set for who we play next year. The schedule will be out in May. Chase, you heard the teams. Which game? I know you have a lot going on this year, but looking at the games next year, you already talked about New Orleans. Is there any other game right now Falcons fans watching? They want to hear Chase's thoughts. What away game are you excited about next year?
Well, they're not really, big places to be excited about, but pretty close to home. So probably Jacksonville, Tennessee. The Detroit would be dope, or Arizona. That'd be nice to see what's up there.
Hearing what's going on at home for the Falcons, what home game are you excited about?
Oh, the Packers for
Packers
no doubt. And then the Vikings, with watching Terrell go against Jefferson. I think it'd be a great matchup.
I think if you have Matt Ryan under center for the Colts next year, that home game will be pretty big in the Benz. You're going to have the fan bases that's like, oh, boo, oh, boo. So it's like, how it was. I didn't see the 50-50 with Julio today. It was kind of like, Julio plays for the Bucs now?
Yeah, that man did. He's afraid to play in Atlanta, I believe. I don't think he wants to do that.
Colts game will be big. Packers game will be big. Of course, the Saints game will be big. Those were the three. Another tough game would be the Vikings. Everything else is, cakewalk for the Falcons. The away game, I can't wait to go to New York.
Yeah, that'd be.
I've been there before, but I haven't been there for a game. And this is another one off my bucket list. I've been to Chicago. I've been to Jacksonville. I've been to Tennessee, New Orleans. I've been to Arizona. I've been to Tampa. Detroit and New York is my two stadiums on the schedule next year to add to my bucket list. And I can't wait. So shout out to the Falcons for next season. It's go time. Let's get it. It's go time. One time for the fan is wrapping up here. We are done. Chase, thank you for everything this season, man. We'd love to have Bodie on the show right now, but Bodie is busy finishing cleaning these shoes. I got a sneaker battle coming up. So did I tell you hot water? What you doing, man? You spilling it down? We spilling on the floor, man. Man, Bodie, man. Hey, Bodie. Bodie gonna watch the stream and be like, I'm finna roast the shit out y'all laugh. You see me throw the paper at Bodie? You see me throw the paper at him? You see it?
Yeah.
Like a damn, you chuck the spade, like that last spade in your hand, like F you all. Chase, any shout outs before we go ahead and get up out of here, man?
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Falcons. This year we didn't get what we wanted, but we got a pretty decent season, and I've seen a lot that I wanted to see this year. Growth for one, not only as a team but coaching staff. Shout out to Coach Smith. His call playing, we'll get it right. Everything will be right. Shout out to y'all boys. Shout out to everybody that's in the comment section, all the new subscribers tonight. I think we had 2 tonight, so definitely shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody that attended the game today. Nothing but real fans in the bins today. So shout out to y'all.
Shout out to Jeff Wolf. He says, see you at 1:30 a.m. first day of camp, which means 5 months from now, I won't be the first person at camp because Jeff Wolf is going to beat me there. And he told me in January on the 8th. So
he's there. That man's there bright and early.
That's my bucket list. Bucket list was to be there first, bright and early. And the thing about it was, in the past couple seasons, I was like, okay, if I beat Eric there and I beat Joe there, I'm good.
Yeah, you got to beat
And I
Joe.
know Eric stays close to that area. So it's like, I got to get up before Eric. I got to drive 45 minutes to beat Eric there. And then when I get there, I got to turn by Flowery Branch. I got to turn by the training camp. When I make that left on Hog Mount, and I turn off that when I'm right there in front of the branch, and I make the left before you get to the parking lot, and you can see the people sitting outside. I turn and I say, "Oh shit, they're already out here! Damn it!" Or you might see the chair there with nobody sitting in it. You'll drive by, you'll drive slow. Damn, that's Eric Parker.
Yep.
And as soon as you go in the park, you see Joe Allen. He walking up with his bag. Damn it. Then you see Michael walking up with his family. We got the whole family with him. Michael walking up. Damn it. Jeff Wolf, I see you first day at the camp. One time for the fam. I want to thank everybody, man, for really rocking with us. We've been doing this since draft night. Every Sunday, every Wednesday, had a couple pop-up shows, home game, away games, so much special guests, so much that we had this season on One Time for the Fan. When we did the first episode back in draft night, we knew we would get to this day, and now we are here. When we did the first episode to open up the season against the Saints, we knew we would get to this day, and now we are here. But it's like, can't believe we're going to go on this little break.
Yeah.
And then wait for the Falcons to do what they had to do in the offseason and then come back on the show in September. Like, forget what we saw in the past. Let's just focus on the future. We're going to have to pick some things from the past to bring into the future because it's going to help us.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Desmond Ridder. We'll talk about CP. We'll talk about Pitts. But there's going to be some new things that's going to bring us forward. The rookies, the free agents, the offseason moves, who stays, who goes. We're going to talk about that on One Time for the Fan. And I do shout out to Christy Lewis. Shout out to Christy Lewis. What's up, man? Thank you for great live discussions because we love talking about Falcons football. And sometimes we do go over the mark. But going forward, we ain't going over the mark. It's 1 hour. I got a brand new Falcons alarm. I just bought. I don't know where it is. But I got a brand new Falcons alarm. And it's going to ring on the show. It's going to ring loud as hell. And it's going to say, like Dave Chappelle, remember that shit? Wrap it up. Remember to wrap it up? Because I got esports starting soon. And them esport players, they don't play by time. Like it's 9:57 right now. If I'm not upstairs in that lobby in that chat, I'm finna get cussed out in like 5 different languages. And I gotta translate every single one of them. I really don't want to. But shout out to everybody who's been rocking with One Time for the Fan. Been rocking with the channel. Keep subscribing. There's no more Wednesday shows for a while, y'all. There's no more Wednesday shows for a while. We'll only be doing Sunday shows going forward up until close to draft and probably close to training camp till when we decide we're going to bring back the Wednesday shows. But there will be back to being Sunday and Wednesday shows again. But we're going to be doing Sunday shows going forward. So the next episode of One Time for the Fan will be next week, Sunday. Also with the podcast group, we'll have a one-on, one-off. So some weeks you'll see me and Bodie. Some weeks you'll see me, Bodie, Chase, and Boo Man. Some weeks you'll see me, Chase, and you never know. But just like tonight, Bodie with his family hanging out. End of the season, Bodie does give y'all his best wishes because he does. He always wants to be on One Time for the Fan. He always wants to be on the podcast. Same for Chase too as well. They hit us up right after the game. But what we doing? We're gonna close this season out right. I said, yeah, we're gonna close it out right. So, Falcon fans, we'll see y'all next Sunday. We'll still be posting on One Time for the Fan on Facebook. Let me go ahead and put the banners up for y'all. Go ahead and look at One Time for the Fan on Facebook, y'all. Some people here, I done talked to some fans that be like, oh, I just be seeing it because somebody shared it.
Yeah.
Go to Facebook, hit the like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. When you also go to YouTube.
You got questions, hit the messenger.
You got the questions, hit us up on the messenger. You want to talk Falcons football, tag us. I was talking Falcons football with some fans today. You thought it was going to go left and people were going to argue and stuff. It wasn't that. We just talked Falcons football. I was like, all right, see you later. That's what we do. Lisa Shepard, she said, rise up, Lisa.
Rise up.
Diane said, thanks for the season. It's been great. It is season.
Thank you.
I would love to have a playoff pop-up show if the Falcons would have made it, but I'm fine with what the Falcons have going forward because there's a lot of positivity in that locker room. There's a lot of positivity that's going to be, what the hell is that? Did you see that? It's like a damn, one of them little cotton things be flying around. You know, you ever see them things like, you blowing, these be flying all over the place? I was like, what the hell is that? That shit dropped down. I'm about to say, boy, I finna start swaying on the thing for a minute. But I finna be over here like, what the hell Jack Spade doing? I like the positivity what the Falcons have going for it. Tyler Algier, Desmond Ritter, Drake London. A lot of new rookies coming in the locker room soon. I'd love to see some big names here. It's time to get splashy. You got the money. Don't get stupid. You got the money, but don't get stupid. You got to pay some players this year, next year, year after. I think they have the right people in the front office to make the decisions made correctly. And Terry is a smart general manager, and he wants to see this team win. So Falcon fans throw all that. Oh, he's from New Orleans. He wants to see the Saints. No, he doesn't.
That's his job, people.
That's his job. It's his job at that time. He could have went to the Commanders and did the same thing. So, Falcon fans, thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Pamela Johnson. Next week, Sunday, we are back with more Falcons content. And that's it. So, rise up to all the Atlanta Falcon fans out there. Please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. And please subscribe to the channel. If you're on Twitter, you can follow us at 1time4 the fan. 1time4 the fan. Chase, Bodie, Boo Man. Glad that everybody's here rocking with us this season. Falcon fans, that's it. Season's over. 7-10. We now move to the off season and we get ready for bigger and better things. Chase, I thank you, sir.
No doubt. Thank you.
One time for the Atlanta Falcon fans. One time for I got you, Lisa. I got ladies night. We're putting some segments together, some content together for this offseason. I got you.
It'll be dope.
Special guests coming up too as well. One time for the fan. One time for the fan. One time for the fan. Please hit the subscribe button. We'll be back next week, Sunday, 8 p.m. Chase.
Rise up, people.
Rise up to the end of the Falcon season. Damn, I could have did a cheers or something, a toast or something. Jesus Christ. I don't have nothing. Toast, Falcons fans. Cell phone toast to the season. Post all those pictures. Enjoy it. Get some likes. Get some comments. Post a picture every day until the season starts. Do something that's going to keep you entertained until the fall. Because we have a long way to go. And it's going to be a exciting but long off season. So thank you for everything. Lisa, Pamela, Jeff, everybody, anybody who I didn't name today or I haven't seen. Thank y'all. Big shout outs. Next week, Sunday, Falcons 7-10. We'll get it back. Playoffs next year. I'm going to do like this. And then I'm going to hit the button. Oh, shit. I hit it twice. Sorry. Damn, I just messed up the joke. All right, hold on. I'm going to do like this. And then I'm going to hit the button. See y'all next Sunday.